Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and I just picked up 2 souls right here. I'm going to consume them right now. They were both souls of a proud knight. If this were Dark Souls 2, I could consume both of these at the same time, but it is not Dark Souls 2. But you know what? That's a good thing, because Dark Souls 2 is awful. This is a better game. But anyway, long story short, if you are alive, you will be attacked by Xanthaus, I believe his name is. At the very least, that is the name of his set, the Xanthaus set, so I'm assuming that that's kind of like based on the name of the guy who wears the set. I'm just going to guess, but anyway, there's a large soul of a proud knight. We are going to consume that. We do have a lot of souls at the moment, but I will mention that this is probably not quite so much anymore for us, because it does... I'm trying to remember what the requirements are. I think it's at this stage about 29,000 souls to level up once, so yeah. 24,000 souls does not mean that much for us at this stage, because we can't even level up once with it, so yeah, that's kind of how that works. Anyway, yeah, it is currently part 23 for my Let's Play, and it is of course my first build that I'm doing, which is my quality build, and it is also the 12th of October 2017 as I'm recording this. I'm just kind of going through here, seeing what's around. I haven't really properly gone through the Painted World for a really long time. I will mention that a lot of the playthroughs that I used to do in the past were based on, you know, trying to get builds happening for online purposes, so I didn't necessarily explore the game as much as I could possibly explore it during all of those playthroughs, so pretty much all of the exploration playthroughs that I used to engage in once upon a time were a very long time ago, whereas the more recent ones occurring during, you know, the mid to late part of 2012 and 2013 were pretty much just me doing builds for the sake of playing online, and yeah, therefore I just don't really have as much knowledge of this game as I probably should. I mean, I did know everything I needed to know probably back in 2012 and 2013 when I was playing this game a lot, but now that I'm not playing it anymore, I've since forgotten some of that information that I hadn't learned through, you know, absolute repetition, you know, because I'd played it recently at that time. Like, I used to explore the game properly during 2011, and, you know, in 2012 and 2013, 2011 wasn't a long time ago. But now that is a long time ago, like a long time ago, so I just have forgotten so many aspects to the game that I learnt back then, and didn't, I guess, need to act upon with every single one of my playthroughs that I did, which, as I just explained, were not necessarily playthroughs where I would explore every single aspect of the game, but rather simply tried to get through the game enough to level up, you know, and just get my builds happening. But because that was my reason for playing the game, I don't really know what was going on with the sound. Why is my sound so low? See, now it's okay again. Is it just me? Am I going crazy, or did everything just kind of sounded muffled there for some reason? I don't know, maybe I'm just being stupid. But anyway, the reason why I'm going through here is because I think there's some kind of contraption that I need to activate that's relating to this door. I would like to open it, simply because it's easier if you do open it. You don't need to, but it is a nice thing to do. So I might try to do that, and I might try and get Velka's rapier if I can do that as well, just to kind of see how to get it normally. It's kind of like just through here, so I need to go into this area if I can manage that. And then I might be lucky enough to find not Velka's rapier, but but rather find the contraption, or, you know, the lever that I need to pull or whatever. I have so many consumable souls that I'm picking up here, so I need to kind of, you know, consume them. But regardless, it kind of hurts me the more I notice how much humanity I've lost in this playthrough due to ridiculous deaths. But yeah, this is definitely not the playthrough where I should be, you know, leaving a crap load of humanity in my counters. It's just not a good idea. I will need to get some more humanity soon, because I will be needing to farm the, what do you call them, the Dark Wraiths? Yeah, I will be farming them for Titanite chunks eventually, and by eventually I mean kinda soon. So yeah, I will need some of that humanity so that I can have a high item discovery rate. And yeah, it's still not too bad if you have... Oh my god, can you stop? Like, this is why we use spears, my friends. But anyway, I'm just kind of like wandering around aimlessly trying to find where I should go to do this. Oh, you're a person who's going to try and climb down, but I'm just going to, you know... Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about your death, because I'm sure you did just die, and I didn't just hear about it, I saw it visually. I saw your death. The moment in which you passed away, it was something that I witnessed at that very moment. But anyway, I'm just kind of wandering around here trying to find a contraption, and I don't know if I'm ever going to find it. So this might be a little bit of a time waster video, but yeah, sorry about that. Hope you guys don't mind too much. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know, like, the different directions that I could be going at this stage. Do I seem a little bit out of sorts? I am out of sorts. Because I would like to find where this contraption is, and I couldn't be bothered looking online because that is kind of embarrassing, really, you know, having to look online to find something in this game at this stage in my Dark Souls career. Well, it wouldn't be that embarrassing considering I don't have a Dark Souls career anymore. I mean, it depends on how you want to use the word career. I mean, I've never really, you know... It's not like it was a job, but yeah, it just, I don't know. Dark Souls used to be a thing that I played a lot, or the Souls series in general, but nowadays not so much. Let's pick up this item. Was it because I didn't pick this up that the harpies didn't come before? Yeah, that must have been the reason why. Or maybe not. I don't really know. You'd think that there would have been a better reason why, but I'm not sure. I'm going to try and go two-handed here. Oh yeah, I forgot that when you do that, you're actually trying to kill me, so I might actually, yeah, okay, heal. See, I thought, oh, that's the thing you're doing. Oh. I mean, I do like the fact that your naked body was just wrapped around my shoulders, but at the same time, that kind of hurts, so... Wasn't all that worth it. Oh, now you land in front of me. That's very nice. But anyway, ooh, that was extreme. That, not the naked body, but rather the fire in my face. But anyway... I will mention that when you do go two-handed with this weapon, you do cover more distance, or at the very least you have greater range, because I'm getting really sick of this archer. Like, can you get out of my face, please? I would really appreciate that. Yeah, bye. Anyway, I don't like the enemies in this area, in case you haven't noticed. I'm not a fan of them, and for whatever reason your fire is extremely inaccurate, and I don't know why. It's quite bizarre. And I don't understand it. But anyway, I think I might just bail out of the painted world. It's kind of bothering me. I might just give the place a miss, and I won't unlock the contraption. I'm sure, you know, Mr. What's-His-Face, Green Eagle, will be like, "Don't worry, Doom Link, I'll make a tutorial video." No, it's okay. I'm not... Look, I'm not saying that to, like, be an arsehole. I'm just saying that, you know, I can look online, and I will look online. I'm just too lazy, you see. And because I don't have any healing wares, I'm going to be really careful with fighting the... oh, can you stop it, please? I'm going to be really careful with fighting this guy, and I might actually change weapons. I will change to the Lightning Man Serpent Greatsword, which is currently my best greatsword. Also, something that I noticed with the Man Serpent Greatsword, I mean, I did notice it in the... Oh, can you stop with your dodgy... long distance hits, mate. Anyway, yeah, I did notice in the previous video that the hitbox range of the Man Serpent Greatsword is actually pretty considerable while I was actually fighting the Phalanx, but then I realized that this attack here, the two-handed RT or R2 depending on whether or not you are playing the PS3 or Xbox 360 version, yeah, it does a lot of damage and also has a really good hitbox for taking out the Phalanx enemies, so yeah, I was using this a lot while farming the Phalanx, if I could speak English. Yeah, thanks Doomlink. Anyway, I don't know if using a Homeward Bone will take us to the Analondo bonfire. I suppose it will. Let's just do that and see if it happens again. It probably will. Maybe it only does it the first time when you warp the fuck out of here. Or, you know, appear in this area. And then immediately use a Homeward Bone. We'll see what happens. Okay, good. I was going to get angry, actually, if I ended up back in the painted world. Anyway, we can probably level up with these souls, but I won't, because I'm an asshole. Yeah, so what we're actually going to do now is get... Let me see if I can remember. The Covenant of Artorias, that's what it's called. Is that right? I think that's the name of the Abyss Ring that I was trying to refer to. It's not the Abyss Ring, it's the Covenant of Artorias. I think that's what it's called, which is really strange. I don't know why that just came to me just then, but it did, and I couldn't remember what it was called before. I thought it might have been called Ring of the Abyss or something, but then Covenant of Artorias just hit me in the head like a bad, I don't know, fever dream? I don't know, it was a bit like that, but anyway. That wolf ring, yeah, that was like a puzzle but speak English, so I'll just continue to talk to you guys like this for the rest of the Let's Play. Did you understand any of that? If you did, then I guess you won't have any problems with my lack of, smooth English speaking during my Let's Play here, but anyway. I would like to level up my man-sweeping great sword, but I don't have any chunks to my name currently, and the reason why is because I am soon going to be in not Anor Londo, but New Londo. I always do that. I often say New Londo instead of Anor Londo, and Anor Londo instead of New Londo. It's a poor habit that I'm in, and have always been in, and it sucks, but regardless, we will be heading to New Londo Ruins soon, and once we're in New Londo Ruins, we will more or less have access to a Titanite chunk farming area, and it is pretty much the only one that is really usable in the game. So therefore you will probably be getting slabs there too if you really want slabs. I wouldn't necessarily say that slabs are worth the amount of time that it takes to farm them. I do currently have one, where is it? There it is. I nearly shat. I thought, oh, where is it? If I don't actually have it, I'm in the deep shit, but no, I do have it. But I think you will find that you will always get one for free per playthrough, so if you do plan to do New Game Plus playthroughs, probably just hold off on trying to farm for the slabs and then just, get them with each playthrough when you kill the... what's it called? I'm trying to remember. It's not I was going to say the Prowling Demon. No, those are different. Doom Link, those are different. But, what's it? The Stray Demon. Stray, Prowl, not really similar things, but anyway. Possibly implying similar things, but they're not quite the same. You are a person who's going to die in almost one hit. Oh, how our character has grown. But, yeah, these are enemies that I'm just kind of fighting normally. This is kind of interesting because I did come here very early on in the game, yet now I'm actually fighting them as enemies that I need to kill to get to the boss of the area in question here, which is the Darkroot Forest. Which is rather interesting in my opinion, but anyway. Just seeing how we're doing for time, we're not doing too bad. It's probably been about 12 minutes since I started the video here, so yeah, I'm going to go parry you, because I just don't... Oh, I forgot about your lead-up attack. There we go. And that was very close to missing there, but anyway. Once again, the reason why I'm using my Man-Serpent Greatsword is because it is currently my strongest weapon. And I do actually have a Darkwood Grain Ring to pick up over there that I still haven't picked up. I was meaning to do that on camera at some point, because I did notice that off camera, maybe in part 7 or something like that, or maybe a bit before then, but I never did pick it up on camera, so I might as well do it now. I got some humanity, and I got a Darkwood Grain Ring. I won't be using the Darkwood Grain Ring in this playthrough. If you are interested in seeing me use the Darkwood Grain Ring, then by all means check out my Dexterity build, which is my second build on this channel for this game. I will definitely be using it there, so yeah, enjoy that. It's pretty much going to be a build that will capitalise on the Darkwood Grain Ring and its flips. And I will also be using the, what's it called? Dragon Headstone quite a bit as well, just for the fun of it, so yeah. Anyway, this forest area is quite expansive, however we only need to go in one specific direction, which is over here, to get to the boss. I don't like this boss at all, not because it's difficult, but because it makes me sad. I like wolves a lot, and if you don't kill this boss fast enough, when it gets weak, it starts to limp, and when I see a wolf in pain, I feel pain. So, yeah, I don't feel great about this boss whenever I fight it, but yeah. The story gets even sadder, not just the fact that you're killing a wolf, but also when you look at the story information itself. Yeah, it's really not nice. The actual story of Sif and Artorias and all of that. Because, oh god, it's hitting me again. I'll tell you the story. Basically, in the DLC, we rescue Sif, and he. What the fuck? This is really. Okay, sorry guys. I'm actually getting emotional at this stage because I just totally forgot about the story until now. I haven't even thought about it, but yeah, it's really bad. Do not do the DLC before you do this fight, please. I implore you not to do that, because basically you can, I think, do it, because we can we? I'm pretty sure it is possible, but basically, no, how does it work? Do we get access to these, to like the Duke's archives and all of that, when we get the Lord Vessel? I think we do. So, I can't really remember why we kill the 4 kings then. I don't know what that specifically does, but either way, I think it is possible to actually do the DLC then, do this boss, and basically in the DLC we rescue Sif as a pup, and then when we come here after having done the DLC, a lot of time has passed, right, and Sif has grown much older, and at that time, the reason why Sif is even here in the first place is because he's protecting his master's sword, which is right there. And he will pick up the sword and attack us with it, but however, if we have done the DLC, then we will have actually rescued Sif as a pup, and then he will recognise us, and he will be very sad that he has to carry out his duty in killing the person who saved him those many years ago. And that really is not nice, game. It's not nice at all. Here is the Great Grey Wolf Sif, my friends. This is a boss that I still find depressing, even after all this time has passed. I don't know. But anyway, I should try and get over it. Regardless, as you can see, we have pretty good poise for this fight, and we also have a very good shield for this fight. You would hope so, considering this is one of the best shields in the game that I'm holding right now. I say that based on its weight. When you compare its stability and what it blocks, and compare that with its weight, you can clearly tell that this is one of the best shields in the game, and I currently have it at +5. I can actually take it further, can't I? Or can I? No. It's because it is actually a Twinkling Titanite weapon. It can only go to +5. However, if it were a normal shield, it could go to +15. And by normal I mean, you know, upgrading through the regular Titanite path, but because it is indeed a, how do you say, Twinkling Titanite weapon, it will just go to +5, like all the other Twinkling Titanite items. So as you can see, we can shield everything from this guy, because we have a good shield. And particularly when he does that double swing, this one here, most shields will not successfully block this. You will, most of the time, get hit by that second attack. It will hit through your shield because you will not have sufficient stamina to actually deal with the attack. However, this shield is good enough that it does not consume that level of stamina. So I'm getting hit like a fool here, but yeah, basically getting close to Sif and hitting his legs is the ideal scenario for you, and because it basically puts you away from his sword, but you do need to be careful of him doing that attack when he's below you, because I think it will still hit you, and that was kind of a demonstration of it right there. Please hit him, no. Please don't. At this stage you can see how he's very weakly swinging his sword. That is what I don't like to see in this fight. I like to do it as quickly as possible, and I once again apologise for taking your life again, Sif. You have my sincere condolences. But yeah, so we just got the Covenant of Artorias ring, and that will allow us to fight the 4 kings. If we do not have the Covenant of Artorias ring, we will not be able to traverse the abyss, and therefore when we try to go and fight the 4 kings, we will just fall endlessly to our death, and that will suck a lot. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing this fight. Otherwise we'd have no reason to kill the lovely wolf. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, because I thought you had to go to the Duke's archives before you did the DLC, and I thought you had to kill the 4 kings boss before you went to the DLC, and you have to kill Sif before you killed the 4 kings, so obviously my memory is fucked at this stage. But I know that it is possible to do the DLC before fighting Sif, but yeah, don't, please. Anyway, we now have almost 100,000 souls, which is kind of ideal, because we will, at this stage, be able to level up around, well, we're not truly at 100,000 right now, but 90,000 is pretty close to getting 5 level ups, but it's still 3 at this stage, which is a lot for us here. So yeah, I did save quite a few level ups there, well, quite a few souls I should say, before fighting the boss. I think I had something like, did I have 40,000 when I went in the boss room? I think something like that, but anyway. Or no, I got 40,000 from the boss. I can't really remember. I guess I must have had something like 40,000, bit over 40,000. But anyway, am I happy with vitality? I guess getting it to 20 is important, because, you know, generally you would get 20 vitality before this stage in the fucking game. But anyway, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I kind of need to lubricate my throat, but I don't have anything to do that with, which sucks, so... Well, I do have my urine and my semen, but I'm not going to ingest any of those things, because that's, or either of those things, rather, because that would be rather, unhygienic. But, regardless, I will see you guys in part 30, not 34? Jesus, I don't know what happened. Suddenly I've gone from the 20s to the 30s, so much time has passed. And I'm not talking about the 2020s and the 2030s, I mean, like, you know, the part numbers. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys in part 24, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, see you guys then.